A former Las Vegas official accused of killing a reporter who wrote negative stories about him has taken the stand in his own defense, telling jurors he was framed. Robert Tellez, 47, has been jailed since 2022 for allegedly stabbing Las Vegas Review-Journal investigative reporter Jeff German. "It's a day I've been waiting for nearly 2 years," the former Clark County public administrator told jurors as he began his testimony. Prosecutors have presented evidence, including DNA, they say belonged to Mr. Tellez, found under Mr. German's fingernails. "This thing's been kind of a nightmare, frankly," said Mr. Tellez, turning towards the jury box in the second week of the trial. "Right now, I want to say unequivocally, I'm innocent. I didn't kill Mr. German, and I've got a lot to share with you all." Prosecutors rested their case on Monday after hearing from 28 witnesses over 4 days. One homicide detective testified that over 100 images of Mr. German's home were found on Mr. Tellez's mobile phone. The detective alleged the suspect was engaged in surveillance of the journalist. Mr. German, 69, was stabbed 7 times in the neck and torso in broad daylight outside his Nevada home on 2 September 2022. In his testimony, Mr. Tellez said he only learned about the details of how Mr. German died when the medical examiner testified last week. "I think the way he was murdered speaks to something, or someone who knows what they're doing," Mr. Tellez said in his testimony. "The idea that Mr. German's throat was slashed and his heart was stabbed, I don't think anybody could just do that without some kind of training, without some kind of expertise. And I personally am not combat trained. Somebody framed me for this," he told the jury, naming a local real estate company that has previously denied his insinuation as desperate. Mr. Tellez, who has pleaded not guilty, is expected to continue his testimony on Thursday. As part of his coverage of crime and government corruption, Mr. German had written 4 articles about Mr. Tellez, alleging bullying behavior in his office and an affair with a subordinate. Mr. German had one more article to publish about Mr. Tellez at the time of his death. After the first story came out, Mr. Tellez, a Democrat who took office in 2018, lost his bid for re-election. 4 women had told Mr. German the agency turned into a toxic workplace after Mr. Tellez took over. They alleged that Mr. Tellez had threatened them and ordered them not to speak to each other. Subscribe for more updates.